What's up, YouTube? We're gonna go into Clubhouse today. Usual stuff, some vertical play, tips and tricks. This hopefully will help new players as well as old players, considering this is an older map. One word of advice I want to say regarding this map is make sure to bring a lot of hard breachers. Despite the tips and tricks I'm going to show you today, if you're attacking this site, statistically speaking, you're going to lose. So make it as easy as possible. Bring as many hard breachers as you can. Habana, Thermite, Maverick, as well as a Thatcher, if possible. That's going to make this site so much easier. Your fifth player maybe is Sophia, Ash, Buck, Sledge, someone that can soft breach, or just bring breaching charges as well. Not much else to say about the map. Let's get right into it. Alright, so the reason why I chose Habana is because this is something that you're gonna do realistically. You know, you're gonna choose Habana to get all the hatches, but Habana can get more than just that. She can also vertically play on this map quite well. I've seen it done in a lot of Pro League matches, so I will show you examples. Of course, you're gonna get all three of the hatches: the one in kitchen, the one in bar. Shut the fuck up. And then the one in stockroom. So now that you have all these hatches open, one of the prime ones being the one in kitchen, you have view of pretty much the entire site, except for the west side, where a lot of people like to run to once you have this hatch open, or far in the back there, because they're no longer in your line of sight. Well, if you come back here to this appliance, right in the middle of it, behind it, you can use breaching charges to make quite a large hole, and you can see back there now. So anyone hiding in that corner, gone. So moving on. This is the one I've seen a lot of times in Pro League, and that would be right here above stairs, and that would be right here in front of this. And that allows you to see down the entire hallway downstairs into that little closet. Right. So a lot of times, like on Pro League, I've seen make a hole here, clear stairs, get a really cheeky angle from there, then look down hall. Another hole you can make, I mean, because you have 3 breaching charges, so why not, would be here. And this one is, it's not the greatest of all the ones I've showed you. It'll allow you to see into church slightly, and that's about it.
NANI?! Say hello to my little friend!
Now, the next room I'm going to show you is CCTV. A lot of that work is going to be done here in stock. There is a little bit in lounge. However, I don't really recommend you do too much play here, just because there's too many angles for someone to come at you from as the defenders. So stockroom is really easy to get into, straight from spawn, and for the most part, you're pretty safe. First hole is going to be above the 3rd green motor here, and then kind of directly above hatch. It's going to be like right there. Yep. And that's going to be that little green desk you see people hiding behind a lot. Another one is going to be right here above the jackets. That would be the door, coming in between both sides. And then above the spoke tires, you have construction door. And then in the middle of this shelf, you have essentially where they might have a rotate looking into stairs, and then that little desk area where someone might be hiding behind. Let's assume you're coming in from spawn into blue, or you push from stock, whatever, and you're looking to get the bandit trigger. A lot of people make the mistake of ash charging or using Sophia's lifeline here. That's not the case. I'm not going to waste a buck charge because I'm running out, but essentially this leads to the gravel rooftop that is outside that you as an attacker are standing on. You're going to follow the squares here on the roof from the left, 1, 2, 3, and then in the middle right here, like that is directly the middle. So I like to make one to the left and to the right of it. The last hole you'll make is going to be pretty much perpendicular to this light, about right here between these two squares. And it's right there. But also the side of it there. That's where you'll find people sometimes hiding. And then last, you'll have the spot above sofa, above the middle pillow. And that's going to be the doorway between both sides on the other side. One thing I wanted to point out is if you're playing Jaeger, or OMI with your magnet system set up there and there, to block incoming Capital fire arrows so they don't hit your bandit trigger there. And you have your ADS set here and here to block incoming flashbangs, Sophia's lifeline, and here grenades. Well, playing vertically here might be your best bet. The last side I'm going to show you is going to be boom, bedroom. And not a lot of people really play this vertically. I mean, what's the point, right? But there are a few noteworthy spots that I definitely say you should get. And you don't need buck for that. I'm just going to show you all the possible holes you can make. But there's one in particular that I think is extremely important, whether you're Ash, Sophia, whatever. So don't get the hatch, obviously. That was a little too close there. Yeah, because that's cement. So that blows open a little bit of gym, starting from the door. And then directly on the other side, you kind of have the same thing. That's where that carpet is. You typically have to buck that twice to get it open. And then, so that pretty much cleared out gym entirely. And then you have this one, the very corner of this pipe. You want to bust above it, and that's going to be right where bed is, and you could probably get one more on there. Yeah, and that's right behind, it's between bed and that mattress and that thing holding it up. And I should be able to get everything that's left with these last 3 shots, we'll see. But between this railing and between that beam, you're going to make a hole there. And then you're going to make a hole here. And then you're going to make a hole between the end of this pipe and this wood. So, I did it. Every single bullet in buck shotgun. So, this here is the corner of the bathroom. There you can see toilet. Someone might be hiding there. And then this is that little cubby where people like to hide in. I'd say this is the most important hole you should be making, especially as Buck, if you are going to be doing this with him, because he also has grenades. So you blast that open, throw a grenade in, boom. He's dead, right? So yeah, believe it or not, you can tear up the tile in bathroom. However, you can't get right here where this tile is. But you can get it to where you can throw a grenade in here. Interesting enough, you can also get the camera from here. It's in the corner. If you can see that little corner between the wood there. I mean, you know, if you're ever attacking this with a sledge and you're attacking the bar, you can get the camera there. So yeah, here's us behind a toolbox in bed. And then I'll show you what it looks like in the gym. Pretty tore up. Using very few spots to hold. For bar, the only holes that you really have to make up here. I mean, you saw a lot of what they looked like when I was buck. So obviously, this time around, open hatch. You go to see a lot of billiards. Assuming they have that reinforced though, maybe bring a Habana. And if you don't have Habana, slides can just open up around it. And you can see most of the angles anyway. Or anybody else breaching charges. But starting from here. Just kidding. I forgot. This is all cement. Up until, I want to say like right after that. So, yeah. So right here. You can now pretty much see all of bar just from these few holes. And you can open here. And see the other side. Can't see much, however, just like the other side of the wall basically. Yeah, otherwise, not really too many holes I recommend making for bar. Just kind of attack that as you would. Vertically, it's not really too important, aside from the hatches, of course, and this line of sight here. This line of sight is definitely the best for attacking bar.